Okay, in this video we're going to talk about the micrometer, since we've already talked about the caliper. The micrometer is the more precise tool of the two, as I mentioned in the last video. And let's just take a look at this Starrett 0 to 1 micrometer here. Okay. This micrometer is built on a steel frame, which adds to the rigidity of the tool. It's about 1/4 inch thick. It's extremely heavy for its size. It's built very robust. It has an anvil that is carbide. These are carbide tipped anvils here. This is known as the spindle. This is the sleeve. This is the barrel. And this is an optional ratchet stop. This particular one is a friction style. This is just known as the frame. And this tool can produce a measurement about, I think I said 20 times more accurate than the caliper. The only thing that makes this tool a little more difficult is reading it. It's not as easy to read as the caliper, but it's definitely more precise. So let's talk about how this tool takes a reading. Inside this thimble is a spindle that is on a 40 thread per inch thread, a very, very precise thread. The thread at 40 threads per inch will make one rotation of this spindle 25 thousandths. And just remember how you can calculate that. If you take 1 inch divided by 40, that gives you 0.025 or 25 thousandths of an inch per rotation. So that's how you can remember what that dimension is. And that 25 thousandths is the exact increment that is engraved on the outside of this thimble, as you'll see. 15, 20, and 25. So that one rotation that I made is broken up into 25 divisions, and that anvil moved 25 thousandths. So now the only part that you have to pay close attention to are these little increments that are along this main body. So you can see there's a 1, and then there's a 2. That's 0.1 of an inch, 0.2. And then it's broken into 4 individual segments in between each one. 25 thousandths, 50 thousandths, 75, and 100. This would be 125 thousandths, 150 thousandths, 175, and 200 thousandths. So if I had this 0 right on the line, sorry, I'm trying to get this thing to focus. There we go. If I had that right on the line like that, that would be 200 thousandths on this micrometer. Let's go a little further. That would be 203 thousandths, 215 thousandths, 18, 20, and there's the 25 again, and we're at our first little mark. So the only thing that can be confusing is once you get to that first mark and you're now working towards the second mark, right there, it looks like we're at 25 again, but we're actually at 50 thousandths. So this measurement would be 250 thousandths. So you have to pay close attention to which little mark you're on right here. Okay? And that is how you read a micrometer. Again, just like with the caliper, you're going to use this and you're going to practice with gauge blocks or gauge pens until you get the same reading over and over. And using the gauge pens or the gauge blocks is very helpful with the micrometer, because a lot of times you can make a mistake reading the micrometer when you're first getting used to it. Okay, thanks.